Hey, YouTube here, going to talk about things going on in the world around us, specifically today. Two things. First, what everyone should be talking about right now, which was the bombing that happened in the airport in Kabul yesterday. The media is downplaying this. They're not talking about this nearly as much as they should be, because this is a gigantic story. For those of you who don't know, uh, there was a suicide bombing at the Kabul airport yesterday, and 12 Marines died. Media report right out of the gate was bombing airport, um, like 4 Marines dead. Well, and then that was it. But actually, not only did 12 Marines die, which, side note on that, was the first dead American servicemen in battle since almost 2 years ago. Almost 100 Afghani civilians have died. So that's a big deal. When Biden was pressured on this, he was asked, this was the hardest question you'd ask in a while. It was asked, do you bear responsibility for this? And Biden said, well, I do bear responsibility. But mind you, Donald Trump was the guy who made this whole deal where we had to leave Afghanistan. It's like, well, no, the BBC reported that Donald Trump reneged that deal in like March of 2020. I'm sorry, no, March of 2019, because Afghanistan didn't hold the Taliban didn't hold up their end of the bargain. So, and plus, you're the president of the United States, and you are the commander in chief. You are in control of the military. You get to say what happens, and regardless of Trump's deal, you're also in control of how the exit from the country happens, and you actually pulled the military out before civilians were out, before our allies even knew we were leaving. No other major country in NATO knew we were leaving, and now we have stuff happening like firefights between German soldiers and American soldiers. Stuff happening like Canadians being stranded there in country now because Canada had to leave because we left. Stuff happened like right now. There's not only thousands of United States citizens behind enemy lines, but right now there's like a field trip in Afghanistan. Like kids from San Diego. Like, why on earth would you do this? But here's the other end of the conversation. This segue nicely into the other thing I want to talk about regarding Afghanistan. But the CDC director came out today and said, we really need to do something about guns. When did the CDC become a branch of government? The CDC has been making so many decisions that have greatly inhibited American citizens' freedoms since this whole pandemic started. And now all of a sudden they're saying we need to go after people's guns. Fuck you, CDC. But also, our government can't say shit about guns because our government just left 600,000 guns in Afghanistan. Not only did Biden leave American citizens in Afghanistan with just having the troops leave, he left hundreds of billions of dollars of weapons and vehicles and helicopters and missiles. Explosives, by the way, that were probably used in the suicide bombing that killed 100 people, including 12 Marines. So I can't believe Biden is not out of office now. Like, the 25th has not been invoked yet. People have submitted articles of impeachment because Democrats currently have the House and the Senate, they probably won't be enacted. Donald Trump, the guy who got impeached twice, one of which for a phone call. Donald Trump, the guy who didn't start any more wars. The guy who didn't bomb any more countries. This is the thing I like to talk about. Like, a lot of people tend to cite Obama as so much better than Bush, but Obama bombed twice as many different countries as Bush did. So, like, and our borders are like wide open, and we're dealing with the 20th anniversary of 9/11 coming up. Really, really not a good time for Biden, which is great for future presidents with opposing philosophies, but scary time for Americans. Be wary, be really careful. Anyways, that's it for me. I'll catch you guys in the next one.